Salute. Happy Saturday, college football Saturday to everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed their college football Saturday, and I hope everyone is having a beautiful Saturday night. Be careful out there, it's full moon, but I hope everybody's enjoying this beautiful, glorious Saturday night. And I would like to salute my panel here. You knew Sniper, salute.
Hello. How's it going, Armando and Sniper? Hello, everybody in the chat. Hey, Common Sense, I got something for you. And 225 Girl, hello, how are you? We lost, but guess what? I could have been wearing that doggone, um, the Alabama avatar, but guess what? You thought they were gonna lose, but hey, it is what it is. Too bad for you, Common Sense. Too bad for you.
Salute to you. What's going, sniper.
Is
I'm
this
gonna
some
let you.
dogs?
I'm gonna let you do the honors and talk about how them dogs, when their backs against the wall, how they showed up and showed out tonight, brother. I'm gonna let you have the floor, and then I'm gonna sit back, listen to everything you got to say, and then I'm gonna chime in.
Hello. What's going on to my dog nation? To my big brother Armando, big sis, you knew.
What
Let me
up?
tell you something. I went back and watched our morning show just to hear my voice. And I mentioned today that when Georgia feel disrespected after they lost to Ole Miss and they feel disrespected, they gonna come out and show something. Now, the first three drives, I was kind of worried about it
Mm-hmm.
because it was punts, but I seen something in them. I seen something. I seen the that look in their eyes like they are not going to give up. And sure enough, they did not give up. They were down 10-0 and did not give up.
Never say die. Salute to you,
Never say that.
225 girl, Bacardi Obama. Salute to you all.
I think that I said I
Okay.
was going. The keys to victory was Carson Beck.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck came out and did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Never gave up on the brother. I'm going to support him. Yeah, I made some excuses for him. I made some, some bold predictions for him, and he turned out today. Also, my keys to victory was our offense and defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
They held it down. Now we was talking offline about it, and said we gave up a lot of running yards. Okay, they have
Mm-hmm.
one of the best running backs in the country right now.
Mm-hmm.
But but we handled our business. When it was time to make stops, we made stops. When it's time to score, we made score. My man had two touchdowns, scored the first two touchdowns,
Mm-hmm.
and and they did what they did. I'm looking. I think that they woke up. Yes, I agree with what you said earlier about they're not the team that we're accustomed to. But they gonna fight. They
Mm-hmm.
gonna fight, and they fought all game long. I'm proud of my dogs. I'm proud of my dogs. I'm proud of my dogs.
Um, okay, now little bit of pushback. They haven't been getting disrespected this week. Only time they got disrespected this week was by the playoff committee. And I can kind of understand. I wasn't really messed up about that. And the thing is, where were you gonna put them at? You couldn't jump Ole Miss. You couldn't jump Bama. Those were the only two teams with two losses. Um, and then everybody else was one loss or undefeated. So a lot of fans felt disrespected and Kirby, that rubbed Kirby the wrong way as well. I think the issue is with Indiana, Penn State. That Big Ten is suspect, and we're gonna get into that later on. That Big Ten is suspect. All four of those teams up there in the front line, they are suspect. Um, but other than that, Sniper, man, everybody was picking Georgia. Everybody, game day, picked Georgia. Everybody was picking Georgia this week. The podcast, I couldn't find. It was it was maybe one or two. I say maybe out of like 20 podcasters that I watched this week, maybe only one or two that picked against Georgia, but everybody else was picking them to win. So they weren't getting any disrespect. It was a must win. Their backs was against the wall, and they came out and responded. Um, Beck, um, I did say this morning, if he has time, when he has time, he will carve you up. He will carve any secondary up if he's given time. Now, what we found out tonight, we found out a lot. We found out tonight the problem was not Beck. The problem was not Bobo. The problem was Ernest Green, Sniper. He was the problem because for the first time, this season, Carson Beck was not sacked at all in an entire game for 60 minutes. And we faced the number one defense. Well, the number one overall defense in the SEC. Ole Miss has the best pass rush, but they supposedly had the number one overall defense. Takeaways, I mean, they were number one in all of those defensive categories. And we shut them down. Our O line shut them down. That freshman that they put in there tonight, that kid came in there, and I mean, he played lights out. Beck did not get touched not one time. The kid on the left side,
What's his name? Flemings.
Fleming Freely, something like that. Fleming Freely. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. If not, it's Kirk Herbstreit fault. Because that's what Kirk Herbstreit was calling them Fleming all night. But that kid was like he had an IHOP factory going on out there, bro. Because he was pancaking Tennessee defensive ends left and right. I mean, they were switching sides. One time, bro, it was two linebackers trying to come on their side, and they did not get the bet. So I say that to say, Kirby, please keep Ernest Green ass on the sideline. We don't need him to keep him. You can play him against UMass next week. But when we play Georgia Tech on and go into the playoffs, please bring Fleming in. He's the man. He is the man. And now I know, Georgia fans, you can relax. It wasn't Beck. It wasn't Beck. It was Ernest Green. Ernest Green was the problem. He was not giving that man enough time to throw the damn ball. Ernest Green was the problem. Now, yes, there were times where Carson overthrew the receiver this season. He underthrew the receiver. He made a couple of bad throws tonight. But when that man has time, when he has an extra 2 seconds, to get rid of that ball, he will carve any defense up in the nation. And remember, this is the same secondary that shut Jalen Miro down. This is the same defense that is the reason why Jackson Arnold is on the bench. This is Tennessee. This ain't, this ain't no No mediocre defense. This Tennessee defense has not given up 20 points all season.
Nick, I'm gonna throw something else at you. Did I didn't I say today to put Tuggle in today? Didn't I
Yeah,
say put and
Tuggle. I would have.
eh,
I would have. I think they were so concerned about Tuggle because remember now Tennessee wanted him. Tennessee wanted that kid bad. They know the caliber of speed that kid has, and they were concerned about him. But Kirby used him as a decoy. He didn't want to just throw him out there to the wolves like that. But he used him as a decoy, and man, he had their attention when he was
and
in the game. Hmm?
he had he had two catches tonight.
Hmm.
Um, I think another problem, and which I
Common
explained.
sense. All he needed was a lineman on that left side to give him an extra 2 seconds to get rid of that ball. You give that man. I said that this morning. I get on Carson all the time. I'm one
Hmm.
of his biggest critics, but I am consistent in what I say. If you can give this man enough time, give him an extra 2 seconds to get rid of that ball, he will he will carve you up. Now, what I didn't know is I did not know he had speed like that. I did not know he could run that damn good.
Yeah, hey, he surprised me too. Hey, I'm at the bottom, bro. Common sense. I'm at the bottom. I'm just keeping the phone close to me and trying to keep it quiet. I got um,
Yeah, let me move.
situation going on over here. But anyways, um, what I wanted to say, uh, they Bobo switched it up on us completely. Um, he was not playing around today.
Yeah.
These plays that he called today, I don't think nobody knew we had it in our bag.
Mm-mm.
Where was these plays last week? Those plays worked to almost to perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but with that said, I had a we had a it was a great day. Not just like 225 girl said, it wasn't perfect, but we made it count when it was time to make it count.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this: Travis Hunter is your Heisman for 2024. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Travis Hunter is your Heisman for 2024. I don't think nobody can take it away from him. He's going to win the Heisman this year.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been said that.
You didn't even know who Travis Hunter was until we told you.
That's okay. But I knew that when I saw him play, I knew he was going to be the one. Don't play with me. I've been said that.
Well, I just want to say this now. It ain't over yet. The Heisman race ain't over. Let's remember 1997 now. Peyton Manning, everybody just knew Peyton Manning was gonna win the Heisman going into championship week. But um he didn't have a good game against Auburn. He threw a couple of interceptions against Auburn, and Charles Woodson just went off in that Ohio State game. He went off and he edged Peyton Manning out. Uh, it's been a couple of Heisman races that turned out like that. You know, remember I think it was '09, Mark Ingram. Yeah.
Mark, well, I'm just going to go ahead and go in and call it right now, though, bro.
Hmm.
I think after what he did today and what he's been doing all season long, I think he missed a half a game, and he's always making plays. I think yeah, I think he's even though Ashley Gentry ran for 3 touchdowns today, I think those are your top two. I don't think nobody else is going to catch up with them. I think those two, those are your top two. I think this year is going to be no quarterback is going to win it this year.
I think Dylan Gabriel is done. After that performance tonight, he's done. He's gonna move back to the back of the bus.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Ward, he being off today and Travis Hunter doing what he did not help. And then the last image we have of him is not is making some some questionable throws against Georgia Tech.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson Dart, I think Jackson Dart is going to emerge as the challenge. Watch out for Jackson Dart. They have Florida. They're going into the swamp next Saturday, and then it has the Egg Bowl. So two teams with some decent pass rush. So keep it if he goes out there and slings the ball for like 500 or 600 yards, for the next two games, then he's going to be a challenge. Another thing you want to watch out for too, it's starting to be a buzz about Shador because Shador went off today. He went off today. So it's right now he's the front runner, but this Kansas, Oklahoma State. But I will say this: Colorado going to be a problem. That team is going to be a problem, and not so much because of the offense, not so much because of Shador or Travis. That defense, that pass rush of Colorado, they're going to be a problem. They are going to be a problem. They hung 40 points on the best defense in the Big 12. Let me say this again. They hung over 40 points on the best defense in the Big 12.
Mm-hmm.
BYU is not unbeatable. I think Colorado can get BYU. My only worry for them is Kansas. They got to go to Lawrence. It's tough. That place right there is tough to go in there and win a game. It's going to be a trap game.
Okay, can I say something really quick
Go
when
ahead.
you get done? Are you done yet? Because I just want to make sure you're done
Yeah,
first.
I'm just taking a natural pause. Go ahead, say what you got to say. Go ahead.
Okay. Common sense. Common sense would have
He
told you.
trolling you. He trolling you.
That's okay. Common sense would have told you to take my bet. I would have had Bama on me. But right now, your common sense did not work for you. You lost it. Okay. You should have took my bet. That's all to it. So stop playing with me with that. Period.
Mm.
And I want to ask you something, Sniper. How long do you think Brian Kelly gonna last down there at LSU?
One more
Because
year.
they got too much damn talent down there for them to go out the way they did tonight.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And it don't seem like nothing is working for them at
Nothing.
all. Nothing is working for
Nothing.
them at all. LSU, you let did Lagway play today?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
let a hamstring hurting
Hamstring and
Lagway.
all, man.
Yeah, do you wrong? 27-16. Oof. I,
And
I, I give him one more. I think they give him one more year because as of right now, I don't think there's a coach that they need to vet and find one more year and find a coach um, before they let him go.
salute to you, Chappelle Hannon. Salute to you together. Salute, salute, salute.
Hey,
Um,
sis. Hey, Chappelle.
you know what? There are some coaches out there. You just what I don't understand why schools recycle and hire the same five or six guys over and over. Salute Nate, hire the same five or six guys over and over recycling. There are some good there's some good coordinators in the NFL. Some damn good coordinators.
Yeah, but
I would hit that staff, that Detroit staff. I would hit that I would that staff, the 49ers staff. Kansas City got a staff of coaches. You gotta think outside the box. See, that's what Kirby did with Monken. He went in the NFL and found Monken in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think that there's not too many coaches who want to come because they want that head coaching position to be considered for a head coaching position quickly. Not saying they wouldn't get one if they took a college job, but
Mhm.
I think they want to be considered each year, and not wait a year to or wait till their college contract is done before they can do it. But I definitely agree with you. There are so many coaches. There's coaches on some of these college staff that can that should be considered. And I do think, and that goes for the NFL and college, is that they recycle coaches left and right, and don't give these coordinators. And I'm going to go ahead and be real, don't give the non-Caucasian coaches the opportunity to be a head coach.
Hmm. Like that brother, that defensive coordinator for Tennessee.
Hey, Nate, baby.
Salute to you, Nate. He called a hell of a game. It's just that, man, Bet was in the zone, and the changes. Remember, man, coming into the season, that O line was projected to be the best O line in the nation, but they were hit with injuries,
Mm-hmm.
and Ernest Green just. I don't know what happened with Ernest Green. Ernest Green having a terrible year. Ratledge, when this O line heals all the way, when they get, all they need to do is get past these next two games and rest up for them 3.5 weeks before the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want to see us in the playoffs. No, none of them teams want to see us in the a well rested, especially with Jordan Hall returning and Broderick Robinson returning and a possibility of Branson returning. By that time, I don't think we're gonna get Dylan Bell back because all signs point to a hairline fracture. I don't see Dylan Bell being back by the 20th of December. But
Mm.
I tell you who we could get back though by then. Kobe Young.
Oh yeah. I've been watching.
Yeah.
I'm waiting and watching, waiting and watching.
Mhm.
After they trying to drop the charges on him.
They're gonna drop everything. I think it's on the 5th of December. They're gonna drop everything.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Um, Here's a question to you and to the staff or the chat. Who had the most besides Georgia versus Tennessee? We already talked about that. Who
Mhm.
had the most impressive win today?
Um, the most impressive win today would be a tie. Can I give you a tie?
You
Because it's
can.
a
Yes,
dead
sir.
even tie. Um, Colorado exercised their. You know how long it's been since Colorado beat Utah? Almost 10 years, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Utah has owned Colorado, man, um and for Florida to come back after that ass whooping Texas gave them last week, for them to bounce back and do what they did tonight to LSU, man. I look, I'm a Georgia fan. I can't stand Florida, but they got my respect. Them dudes on that Gator squad, they got my respect, man. They got all my respect because they just could have laid down the rest of the season after what happened to them last Saturday. But they came out and they came out fighting. They came out fighting. So by I was very impressed by Florida, and I was very impressed by Colorado. Very impressed. I did not think, because you got to remember now, Utah had all the motivation in the world because they came that close to upsetting BYU last
Mm.
Saturday night. And I feel like they got screwed. I feel like the refs screwed them over. Not only did Colorado beat them, they dominated them
Mm-hmm.
the entire 60 minutes, man. So Yeah, man. Florida and Colorado tie for me.
You knew?
What you want?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer the question. Um, Besides the Georgia game, I'm going to piggyback off you. I think the Florida win was very impressive to me. They, like you said, they could have, once they lost their quarterback, and he's still not 100%. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
they, like you said, they, they are going to be a problem come next year. When we start off next year, I probably will start off that Florida will be my worry team. Because that's going to give Lagway a 1 year under his belt as a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to transfer now that his coach has got extension for another year.
Mm-hmm.
That defense is going to stick together. One or two to three different positions need to be filled, but I think they got freshmen on there that's going to be sophomores next year that's going to take those senior positions. My
Mm-hmm.
next game, Navy got dismantled today.
Mm-hmm.
Navy got dismantled, and as soon as I said Navy, I forgot who they played. I know it's supposed to have been a tougher game than
Tulane.
Tulane.
Tulane. Tulane.
Yeah, I know it's Tulane, y'all. But for the season they're supposed to have, and they
Mm-hmm.
come back and fight like they did today against a team that was predicted to win. Um, I tip my hat to Tulane. And those are my two teams right there. And no, I'm not picking Bama over Mercer. There, comments. You're not using your common sense today, bro.
He trolling. He really
I know,
At
trolling. D
all.
True.
I know
He
he is.
really he
At
really
all.
trolling D True.
Yeah.
D True picked Mercer to be down with
At all.
Hey,
with it.
hey, I
Well,
know.
I didn't even entertain that. I
Hey,
ain't
look.
even entertain. I know D True was trolling this morning.
So, what do y'all think about the Kansas BYU game going into the halftime? 10 tied at 10.
Man, BYU is one of them teams that just get BYU and SMU been getting lucky all year long, man. I'm telling you, man. It's like, man, them dudes, man, they be going in at halftime trailing and come back out and playing like the damn Kansas City Chiefs. Um, I don't see BYU getting past Colorado, man.
Mm-mm.
I think some way, somehow they may pull that game out tonight. But I just that defense, that BYU defense, I don't see them getting past Colorado, man. Cause that team is on a mission. Warren Sapp got that defense playing on a whole nother level. And
Yeah,
that's another person that schools may want to look at.
I'm going to be, I could see him as a coordinator,
Hmm.
but not a head coach just yet.
Well, starting off as a
Yeah,
coordinator.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, because I don't think he has the mentality yet to be a head coach. Give him a coordinator position, see how he can build his resume from there, and
Hmm.
then give him about, I'll say, about 3 years under
Hmm.
somebody,
Hmm.
and then let's talk about being a head coach. But coordinator first, defensive coordinator first to a head coach, because again, as you can tell, a lot of these defensive head coaches are starting to rule college football. It's a big change. When you're a defensive head coach, I think that's what is changing college football a lot.
Yeah,
Um,
that era of the air raid, hot shot, that 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 style of play that was going on from, I say, from 2015 ended last year when Michigan won the national title.
hmm
Because look at it, Washington was an air raid team. Score, 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 score. Michigan was a ground and pound, defensive, put you in the phone booth type of team. And Michigan proved that that style of play still win you championships.
Yeah.
Georgia also proved that too in Indy when they beat Bama. Now 2022, Georgia kind of turned into an air raid team,
But
semi air raid team.
but they still had that defense that
Yeah.
smothered. Uh,
Hmm.
and I think when Kirby came up on the scene, I mean, there's been defensive coaches in the past
Hmm.
that when they came to the scene, they stopped the teams that had that air raid because I mean you can't win. You 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 win by the pass or you die by the pass. And but Kirby really changed that for everything. My last question. Oh God, I think. What was it? Texas. A little bit of struggle win, and that's what I'm gonna call it, a struggle win. I've seen it a couple times. They edged off Arkansas, correct?
Hmm.
That struggle win.
I'm gonna tell you, Texas Texas is suspect. I think Texas is benefiting off a weak ass schedule. The only real legit team that they faced this year was us, and they failed that test. Um, I think the A&M game will be good, but I don't think A&M has enough. A&M don't have enough on offense to get past Texas. So Texas, what's going to happen is Texas is going to end up going to Atlanta, playing for the SEC championship, and they're going to run into either Ole Miss or Bama.
Yeah,
And that's when they're going to get exposed again, badly,
yeah.
badly, especially if it's Ole Miss. Ole Miss going to run them up out of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium if it's Ole Miss. Bama will beat them, but I think Ole Miss would destroy them.
Mm, I like. I
I'm
like.
gonna be honest with you, man. Ole Miss right now. I mean, just think about it, everybody. Look at what we did to Tennessee tonight. Remember what we did to Texas back in October. Look back. Think about what Ole Miss did to us last Saturday. Ole Miss, and I'm gonna say this right now. Ole Miss is the best team in the SEC, hands down.
I can agree with you.
That's the one team I can honestly say, Sniper, that beat our asses straight up. I mean, with no help from the referee, no lucky fluke plays, no nothing. They whooped our ass.
Uh,
And I have no excuse for it. Nothing. No excuse.
there's nothing. I mean, we can blame it on the squirrel.
Man, Ole Miss is just they are that team.
Listen,
They are that team. Now I think if we ran into them again,
it'll be
healthy on the neutral site, it'll be a different outcome. Because you ain't beaten Kirby twice in 1 year. But right now, I'm sorry, November the 17th, right now, Ole Miss is the best team in the SEC from my eye test. They're
hmm
the best.
um. Let me tell you. So I was talking to my buddy. He was like, "Man, there's another squirrel on the field." He's talking about number 11 from Tennessee, Squirrel something. I forgot what his last name was. He one of the receivers
Squirrel
that was
White. Squirrel White.
Squirrel Right. And I said, "Golly, this dude is catching everything. This dude make."
He
So I was like, "Man, if this squirrel mess us up like the squirrel messed us up last game, I'm through. I'm going to go out in my yard and shoot every squirrel with a BB gun."
Man, let me tell you something. Squirrel White will be playing on Sundays. He kind of put me in the mind of those small wide receivers back in the days, like Cliff
Carolina.
Branch, Cliff Branch, little
Mm,
small dude, fast, but could get separation on you.
quickly.
Hmm?
I said quickly.
Yeah, yeah. Harris did a good job. Harris, we found out a lot of things tonight, man. Harris works better than Humphrey. Um, Dylan Everett, man, he's grown up. He has improved. His game has improved. I think he done played himself into an NFL contract, maybe like a second or third round NFL contract. He has, I mean, ever since that Texas game, man, he been playing lights out. Harris is the answer on the other side of him, and KJ Bolden is him and Dan Jackson. They them some monsters in that secondary, bro. When them dudes hit you, bro, you
You go,
you gonna feel it.
yes, Lord. And another thing is that you have he reminds me of the torpedo we had back in 2002. That safety back there. What's his name? They call him the torpedo. Oh, I can't think of his name right now. But anyways, that when he thumps you, you gonna come out the game for at least a good series. That Jackson kid, and um I hope that he stays healthy and be able to have a successful NFL career.
Oh yeah, and the thing about Dan Jackson is he's fast. He's
Hmm.
fast. He was blocking punts, so he can make it. He can make it. He would definitely make a special teams on the NFL, but I think he's good enough to play in somebody's secondary. He would be a steal in the draft for somebody.
I do agree.
Yeah,
I do agree.
yeah. So
Well, I'm not going to stay long because I do have church in the morning. Um,
yeah, I wasn't gonna stay on long either, man. I just want to come on here for a minute, bask in our glory. I am gonna pick this up on the dog call later on this week, and we're gonna talk more about this. Uh, two more games, one game at a time. UMass, Georgia Tech. Take care of business. Um, we don't have to worry about Atlanta because Bama and Ole Miss holds the tiebreaker over us. Texas, Texas won today. I think if I'm not mistaken, Texas only has one SEC game left, and that would be against Texas A&M.
hmm
So the winner of Texas A&M, if Texas A&M takes care of business against Auburn, the winner of that game will be facing Bama because Bama has the tiebreaker over Ole Miss because Bama beat LSU. Ole Miss lost to LSU, so Bama would you look right now. I think you're looking at Bama and Texas in
No,
Atlanta.
but Bama has to get past, and they're the Iron Bowl can go either way. Um, Bama has to get past Auburn.
Well,
And like you said, like I said, that can go either way.
well,
Um,
well. I'm just hoping. I don't look like I said. I can't stand Bama. But I'm hoping that Bama can take care of business against Oklahoma. Because the last thing we need is for Bama to be losing twice. Because that'll put us in Atlanta. And I don't want to go to Atlanta. I don't want to go to Atlanta. Y'all
it's
can have Atlanta. Y'all can have the SEC championship game. I don't want that. I just want to go to the playoffs. I want that extra week for my dogs to sit at home, heal, and get healthy. Y'all can have that SEC championship game. Go ahead, Ole Miss, Bama, Texas, Aggies. Y'all can have that. We did what we needed to do tonight.
now when it comes closer to the playoffs committee, and this is what I heard from. Uh,
Common sense, please. Y'all, please take care of business. Get Oklahoma next week. Please, man. Because you see, I don't trust them referees. I don't want to play Texas with SEC referees officiate. If we see them again, I want to see them in the playoffs where you may have a Big 12 referee crew there. I don't because them SEC referees, man, I'm telling you, bro, it's like they be showing favoritism. After that crap they pulled in Austin, mm-mm. Regular season, yeah, but not in no damn playoff situation or no SEC championship situation. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm. Um, what was I going to tell you? Oh, so we was looking at the strength of schedule. The strength of schedule right now. This is going to be our way to Georgia's way to get into the top 6 or 7.
Eight,
Mm,
top eight,
six,
you
seven.
host,
Yeah,
host. Yeah, 6 through 8 host. I mean, I'm sorry, 5 through 8 hosting.
right. But you have because of their census schedule and what's the other part of it? I'm tired. Um,
Strength of record, strength of schedule, which we are number one in both. Well,
we're number 1 in the strength of schedule, number 3 in the strength of record.
strength of record. Yeah, my bad. We number 3 in strength of record, number 1 strength of schedule. So yeah,
Hmm.
I think they'll swap us out with Tennessee right now. If is depending, the- we gotta wait for Ohio State and Indiana. Okay, so if that game, let's just say if Ohio State barely wins in overtime or win by a field goal, then it's gonna stay as is, sniper. But if Ohio State go out there and beat the brakes off Indiana by 4 or 5 touchdowns, it's going to get interesting. you,
Yeah, yeah.
you, you, you may see us moving up in that 6 spot.
I but you know what? I think we're right where we want to be.
Yeah, as long as we
Right.
in it, man. As long
Yeah.
as we in it, because like I said, healthy and with freely on that left side, man, I don't think no team could stop us.
And bringing Ratledge back really helped that offensive line too.
Yeah, but
And he really
even when he was gone, remember, man, we didn't miss a step. Michael Morris held it down.
right.
The
But
problem was that left side with Ernest Green. That was the problem. That was the problem, bro.
yeah, yeah, I understand that. But I
Yeah,
think Rutledge is he's the leader of that offensive line, and we
yeah.
need
When he healthy though, when he
yeah
healthy,
when he's healthy.
when he out there trying to play hurt, man, he ain't the same. You do more harm than good when you out there trying to play hurt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So my final thoughts are, bro. I had to get up off here. My final thoughts is, hey, great game, Georgia. Great game. Hey, we still got things to improve. Whatever you did Monday and Bloody Tuesday, do it again.
Hmm.
Don't take don't take UMass lightly. I want you to thump them, and the day they remember the dogs, go out there and do your thing. Um, Second thing is, I hope that Nico, that last sack he got, looked like he agitated that concussion again. He was kind of shaky walking off the side. I hope he feels good. And to the rest of the teams that won, great job. For those who had a struggle win, hey, you better clean that up. Better clean that up because this year is something crazy. And on that, man, good night to you, Armando. Good night to you, you knew. Good night
Good
to the chat.
night.
And go dogs. Snipers out.
Good
Good
night,
night.
brother, man. Be safe,
Good
man.
night.
Be
Good night.
blessed, man. And tell your friend that, man, we praying for him, brother.
Yeah, definitely praying for him.
Yes, sir. We did pretty good today on our bets. So I'm gonna
Awesome.
keep him around to get my bets. So I can go from second place to first place.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. But y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
All
All
right.
right,
Good
brother.
night.
All right.
Good
See you
night.
tomorrow, man. All right, everybody.
Mhm.
It's been a very eventful. college football Saturday. I have a lot more to talk about. I'll be doing it on the dog call. And you know what I may do? I may bring I may bring my beautiful co-host along with me. How about that? Go live, do a dog call, go live and do a dog call, and bring my co-host
Okay,
on with me.
cool.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah, we'll talk some college football. But everyone, thank you all for coming out and supporting the platform, coming out and joining us this morning. We had the playbacks are through the roof. Thank you all for those of you that are watching the playbacks and that are commenting in the comment section. Hey, I feel the exact same way you guys feel. This is a great year of college football, probably the best in my lifetime. And I'm including the years that we won the national title. But this college football season, you never know. It got you on the edge of your seat. You don't know. There's no clear cut favorite. No
right.
clear cut favorite. But
You're right
everyone,
about
thank you
that.
all. Everyone, thank you all for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your. Well, it's technically Sunday morning, but for most of the country, it's still Saturday night. Be safe out there if you're going out tonight. If you're going out celebrating, partying, uh, going to the bar and celebrating the victory tonight, please be safe out there. Be aware of your surroundings, and like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. And win, lose, or draw, no matter what the outcome is, it's always going to be go dogs. Sick 'em. Woo, 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 woo. Now that's how you play. That's how you play. That's how you do it, dogs. I'm so proud of my dogs. You showed them who you were. You showed them who you were tonight.
And you could do it again. And you could do it again and again. All right, you guys. Everybody that's here, thank you for coming through. And for those that are going to be coming later, thank you for coming through. And hey, you guys know you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here. See ya. Bye.
See
And
ya. Bye
comments,
bye.
yeah, and common sense, be quiet. And didn't take me on that bet. I'd have been bad. Like, no, you didn't take my bet.
He was scared. Common sense was scared.
He was
Common
all
sense.
over that chicken.
I believe common sense. I believe common sense was nervous by that Mercer game.